The next video that I post on this channel will be Bryce Harper's ranked seasons debut, so don't think I'm not doing that. 99 MVP Bryce Harper was one of the best card arts in the game. 116, 125 versus right, 108, 91 versus left with the 95 arm strength, solid speed at 74, and he can be prestige. Now, for those of you that do not know, I was invited to a content creator league by MLB The Show. There is 16 of us in this content creator league. 8 will make the playoffs. We're competing for a prize pool with $9,000 in it. The winner of the league will get $5 grand. If you're not following me on Instagram and Twitch, go do that right now. There's going to be giveaways throughout the CCL league. I'll be streaming a bunch of games live on Twitch, and I will be posting updated stuff on my Instagram story, so make sure you're following me on both platforms. Now, week 1 is pretty much done. I got all 3 of my games in. We are about to hop in, and I'm going to show you guys the highlights from my first game, which was against Yayo, and it was the first time I used 99 MVP Bryce Harper in a game. At the end of this video, I'll give you guys a full league breakdown and update. We'll check out the standings and the stats through week 1, but before we do any of that, let's show you guys the highlights from my first game against Yayo. Rocking some of the most beautiful, magnificent uniforms in all of baseball. The Road 1974 Philadelphia Phillies, blue and maroon beauties. We're gonna be on the road in this one, game number 1 of the CCL. Yayo taking us to ship it. Now, as you can see there, Yayo has Corey Kluber pitching, and then his other 4 pitchers in his pitching staff are all 60 overall and below. That's how he's keeping his team overall down, to have this just stacked God Squad lineup. I mean, Eric Thames is batting 6th on this team. There's no rules in place, can't knock the hustle. We got Corey Kluber versus Corey Kluber in game number 1. Starting things off in the top of the first, we got a 1-2 count to Mike Trout, and we get dotted on an inside slurve down at the knees. 2 outs now for David Ortiz, and he's gonna fly out to right. We had a quick 1-2-3 inning there to get things started. Got to shake off the rust. Our Corey Kluber, though, gonna fire back and dot as well. Gets a strikeout of Mike Trout. Mickey Mantle comes in, ground ball to second base. Nice cutter inside. Gets him the roll over, and then a 1-2 count to Rogers Hornsby. Change up down. Beautiful spot for strike 3. Skipping into the bottom of the second now. We didn't do anything in the top half. We got a pop up of Babe Ruth. Chipper Jones comes in, and that ball was just hung out over the plate. Absolutely crushed by Yayo. Good swing, and it's gone. Gives them a 1-0 lead. So Yayo strikes first in the bottom of the second. A little bit later on here, 3-2 count. We went with an awkward slurve up and in to Ernie Banks for the strikeout. Our turn to hit in the top of the third, trying to get that run back. Robinson Cano with a good single, but then we take a horrendous swing for a double play, and we end up squandering that opportunity. Didi comes up with 2 outs and flies out to left field. Bad at bat there after a leadoff single. But that's all right. We're only down 1. We're pitching well. Bottom of the 30, gets a fly out to right center. Ramon Laureano then comes up and smashes a line drive right at Mike Trout and left, and then his Mike Trout comes up, hits a little line drive, soft line drive to first base. That one hops for David Ortiz, makes an easy play, and he gets out of the inning. Skipping into the 5th now. This is a pitcher's duel up to this point. We get another leadoff base hit, and then Bryce Harper. First time I've used them. Perfect back up the middle. We have 2 on, nobody out for JD Martinez. I wanted to go hit and run here. I did a double steal. I wanted to hit and run, and he just threw a fastball that was way too far inside. I was anticipating a strike, 2-1, and we end up getting thrown out at second. And then later in the at-bat, he throws a beautiful sinker to strike out JD, and we just end up squandering this chance. Robinson Cano with a very good swing, but he grounds out right at the shortstop, and that runner on third is stranded. We had 2 on, nobody out, and we don't come through. Going into the bottom of the 5th, we had him in hits 3-1. His only hit at this point in the game was that solo shot, but he's got the lead, and that's all that matters. Start the bottom of the 5th with a strikeout. Couple batters later, Ernie Banks gonna hit another bomb. That's a solo shot to right center for Ernie Banks. He doubles us up. It's 2-0. And he's not done there. Ramon Laureano in now. Runner on first, and we got a beautiful. So that kind of hung out over the plate, but we had him off balance. Top of the 6th now, our turn to strike. Didi Gregorius. Laser beam just gets over the wall. We're on the board, and the snowball's about to start rolling. When it rains, it pours. It's Mike Trout's turn. No doubter the other way. Cutter was right out over the plate. We were a little bit late, but Mike Trout's a glitch. He gets that over the wall in right field, and we tie it up on 2 homers in the 6th inning after giving up our 2nd run. But we weren't done. We were not done. David Ortiz comes up. We get back-to-back 2-out homers, back-to-back opposite field homers, and we went from down 2 to up by 1. It's a 3-2 score. David Ortiz gives us the lead. Now in the bottom of the 6th, Good ground ball base hit there from his Mike Trout. That pitch was up and in on the corner, but he found a hole for it. Mickey Mantle then comes up 2-1. This ball is crushed back up the middle. He's going to go first to third with Mike Trout. And now there's runners on the corners with nobody out for Rogers Hornsby. In a 1-2 count, he hits a line drive homer that just gets over the wall. And let me tell you, this is as impressive a swing as you're going to see in Diamond Dynasty. This is a 2-strike changeup right on the black, down and in, and he just barreled it up and put it over the wall to give himself the lead back. You got to tip your hat to him. But as you know, with pitching in this game, after that home run, this is where things start to get a little out of control. We're down by 2 now. Changeup just misses down. Fastball up and away, just misses off the corner. It's now 2-0 to Babe Ruth, trying to throw a strikeout over the plate here. And again, just off the plate. I had to pause it and take a little bit of a breather there. We just missed the black, 3 pitches in a row after the homer. We cannot allow this to spiral out of control. 3-0, we got a perfect release, and again, he just misses down. And on that one, we got a really good release. We asked for it in the strike zone, nothing you can do. He walks him to put another runner on for Chipper Jones. Ground ball to first. You would think that was a double play, but no. David Ortiz just fanned on it, and that was calculated as an error. Could have been a double play ball. Instead, there's still nobody out. There's now runners on the corners. 0-2 count. We brought Aroldis Chapman in for Thames. He gets the strikeout. Beautiful fastball down with 2 strikes. Gets him looking. Then Ernie Banks comes up. He's going to fly out to center. So after 2 runners get on with nobody out, it's still only a 2-run game at this point. Jorge Posada in again. First pitch fastball just missed. We have a chance to get out of this only down by 2. We can do 2 runs, as you just saw in the last inning. We can do 2 runs. Fastball up, just missed. Sinker down, just missed. 2-0 now. Not expecting him to swing, but I got to be careful and try and live on the corners. Again, fastball up and in, just misses the plate, and it is 3-0 to Jorge Posada. Dangerous situation with 2 strikes. We throw a sinker out over the plate. He was taken all the way 3-1. Yayo's a very patient hitter. He will take those 2-0, 2-1, 3-0 pitches. 3-1, we hit a sinker right on the black. That's a beautiful pitch. Now the runner on first should be off here. It's 3-2 with 2 outs, but that one I just missed on the analog. So we walk to load the bases. Ramon Laureano comes in. Again, first pitch from Chapman, just off the black. Just couldn't clip the corner. It's 1-0. Gonna go try and go right back to that same spot. I'm anticipating Yayo's taken here. That pitch, again, I just missed on the analog pretty bad on that one. Puts us at 2-0. I decided, you know what? The bases are juiced. 2 outs. We have to get out of this inning. We're gonna go to our best pitcher right here. We're going to treat this like a save. We got to get out of this inning right now to stay alive in this game. 2-0 slider right out over the plate and he missed. Now, I want you guys to watch this again. This is my biggest critique of this game this year. This is a 95 overall pitcher with 85 control, fully warmed up out of the pen. We asked for that right out over the plate. We got a perfect release, and he just misses down. And now it's a 3-0 count with the bases loaded, 2 outs, Ramon Laureano in, and we end up walking in a run. That slider, when I tell you guys I was over here punching air, I was over here punching air. But again, 3 runs is doable. We got to get out of this inning. We miss our first pitch fastball to Trout, 1-0. Bases still loaded with 2 outs. I'll take any type of out here. Any type of out. Cutter out over the plate, 1-1. Gonna just keep running these at-bats. This inning was a crucial part of this game. Fastball up, blows it by him. It's 1-2. Now we're finally ahead of a batter. We can work some pitches. Slider down, that's a great take right there. Very good eye. Not where I wanted that slider, but it ended up in a pretty good spot. And now 2-2. We're gonna go down and away with the cutter. Missed up a little bit, but he fouled it off. We're still in a pretty good spot. Gonna go back to the slider down and away. He was very early on that, but he's gonna get it to drop for extra bases. It'll be a 2-run single. He would have gotten a second base. Something weird happened out there and left, not sure. He decided to stay at first. That's a 2-run single on the base knock on the slider away from Rob Dibble. We had him way out in front. We had him off balance. He was looking for the cutter again, but he found some grass, and what can you do? He ends up going up by 5 runs here in the 6th inning. Rob Dibble was tired at this point. He didn't have his yellow meter. Thankfully, Mickey Mantle lines out to third base, and that does it for the 6th inning. We're down by 5 now. We go to the top of the 7th. We're going to get 1 run back on a JD Martinez moonshot out to left. Absolute bomb from our designated hitter. We've now scored 4 runs in the last 2 innings, and we're going to keep it moving. Robinson Cano rips 1 in the gap. That'll put a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Gary Sanchez then comes up. Barrels! Absolute barrels! Beautiful positioning from the middle infielders. Runner moves up to third, but he will not score, and there's now 2 outs for Didi Gregorius, and he just gets dotted on a fastball from Aroldis Chapman. to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 7th where he just, you know, at this point in the game, we got our silvers out there because our best pitchers got lit up and Yayo was locked in. I got to tip my hat to him for some of these swings. He's just destroying the ball. Mike Trout going to rob a homer to keep us alive. 9-4 is the score after the home run and the robbed homer. Eric Thames is up. He's going to swing through that. Now, look at this, man. I thought this was hilarious. Aroldis Chapman's hat is like glued to the front of his face. Hilarious. It was completely throwing me off when I was hitting here in the top. As you can see it while he's pitching. I was dying in Yayo's stream. I had Yayo look at it on the replay. He was live streaming this game. Hilarious stuff. We get a base hit with Trout, and then I squander another opportunity with a double play ball. Once the wheels started to fall off there in the 6th inning, it started to get really ugly. I was out of it a little bit mentally. He broke me. And, you know, this 8th inning here is where he's really going to start to pull away. Hits a homer, then he gets a chop single with Mike Trout, followed up by a rip-the-gap laser beam from Mike Trout with 2 outs. I'm sorry, it was Mickey Mantle. Mike Trout's going to score on the plate from first base. He slides in safely to make it 11-4. Rogers Hornsby then tried to throw a curveball. Trevor May had come out at this point. We end up hitting him. Babe Ruth comes up, chops another ground ball. That one sneaks through back up the middle. Runner from first will go to third. They'll be on the corners now. It's 12-4. And this game's over. 3-run bomb from Chipper Jones. He was under that one, but it snuck out of there. That's a ship it special off of a tired and battered Trevor May. And he walks it off. We were winning this game in the 6th, and we got mercy ruled in the 8th. Just not our day. We fought. It was a good game till the bottom of the 6th. Just wasn't our day. Just a tough loss, man. A tough loss. We actually had the lead in the 6th inning, and we end up getting mercy ruled. The tables just turned on me, and he never looked back. The good news is, though, we bounced back. We ended up winning 2 consecutive games after that loss to Yayo, so our record is now 2-1. We won both of those games by mercy rule, so all 3 of my games in week 1 were mercy. I got mercied once, and then I won by mercy rule twice. Now, there are a few games that still need to be played for week 1. A couple guys are a little bit behind, but I'm currently sitting in 6th place out of 16 teams with a run differential of positive 10. We've outscored our opponents 28-18, and we're 2-1, 1 game back. So far, as it stands right now, Movie Gaming and Twin Gaming are the 2 players that are 3-0. Clutch and Yayo are both going to have a Clutch, Yayo, and Serenity are also going to have an opportunity to go to 3-0 once they finish that last game for the week 1. Down at the bottom, we have Ashley and Ransom, who are 0-3. Atrin and Ant Ortiz are 0-2. Cougs has only played 1 game. He did lose. At 1-2, we have a couple of people that want 1-2 in the league. We might have 1 or 2 more. Finn, Factor, and Paul Sporer. Sporer using the Reds, Factor using the Rangers, and Finn using the Rays. They are all 1-2. Healy is 2-1. His 1 loss came to Movie Gaming. And then Scuffy, just sitting there in the middle, is the only person who's 1-1 as he awaits to play his 3rd game. Every week there will be challenges for the league, and whoever wins those challenges will get stuff to give away to their viewers from MLB The Show, including copies of the game, stubs, all that fun stuff. You also get packs for free just from watching our Twitch streams. You just have to have your PlayStation and your Twitch accounts linked. If you need more information on how to do that, there's a link in the description box of this video down below. Click the link, it'll send you to the league page. You can just read through the league information. There's a link on the website that transfers you right to your account page where you can link your accounts. Make sure you're getting those free packs. We had people in stream pulling diamonds all day on Saturday. Week 1, the challenge for the league was whoever hit the most triples. Now, right now, again, there's a few games that still need to be played, but Movie Gaming has a multi-triple lead. He has 3. Everyone else is tied at 1. There's a few people that haven't hit 1. So the few teams that still have a game left, Cougs has 2 games left. They're gonna have a shot to sweep in and steal this. Again, all the standings and stats and league schedule, all that stuff is on the league page in the description box down below. So if you wanna stay up to date on this stuff yourself, go ahead and use those links in the description box down below. We'll see if maybe somebody can swoop in and steal these giveaways from Movie Gaming. Stay up to date on that so you know exactly where to be for those giveaways through MLB The Show. I've also made a couple adjustments to the team. I think that we're gonna lock in our rosters this week. It hasn't been 100% confirmed yet, but I believe that we're gonna be locking in our rosters for this week. I did make a couple of changes. I wanted to add another stud to my bullpen, especially after that game with Yayo. So I actually took Trevor May out, upgraded him to Eric Gagne, and then I dumped a reliever and put another common in here to get my team overall down. So I'm going to be rocking out with Eric Gagne, Rob Dibble, live series Aroldis Chapman, Roberto Osuna, and Vida Blue as my relief pitchers, and then my pitching staff's going to stay the same: Corey Kluber, Cole Hamels, Gold Oral Hershiser, and the silver Ryan Yarbrough. On offense, I put Chipper Jones in for Gary Sheffield, I put DJ LeMahieu in for Robinson Cano, and I put Cody Bellinger in for David Ortiz. Those are all slight downgrades, but all three of these cards are actually really good. I'm okay with those downgrades. I'll do fine with these cards. I absolutely needed to get another stud righty in my bullpen. That game against Yayo, I couldn't find the strike zone, and I had to go in and out of my bullpen. I used almost the entire bullpen in the back half of that game, and I realized that we were a little bit slight, and I got a couple more tough opponents coming up. I want to have options out of the bullpen in those sweaty games later on. I have a lot of experience with Chipper Jones and Cody Bellinger. I'm totally okay with them. The one card I am questionable on is DJ LeMahieu. I've only used him in Battle Royale, but he was very successful for me there. This league is on Hall of Fame difficulty though, so maybe we'll see with DJ LeMahieu. Hopefully he works out for us towards the bottom of the lineup. We're actually going to put him 9 to flip the lineup over. I got 3 more games coming up this week. If you guys are excited for that, hit the thumbs up down below. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below about my squad, any changes you would make. Who do you have winning this league? Make sure you're following me on Instagram for those giveaways. They are going to start this week as well. All details for the league again are in those links in the description box down below if you want to stay up to date yourself. Maybe you miss a video or two and you want to get caught up at the drop of a dime. You can always come back to these videos on my channel. I will have a CCL playlist on the channel. Just click on any of those videos and the link will be in the description box down below. You can keep yourself up to date on everything that's going on. I'm very excited to be a part of this. I think it's been a lot of fun. The streams around the league were awesome over the weekend. We got 3 more games coming up this week. Wish me luck, boys. I'll see you later. I'm out. Peace.